Yeah, I mean, I won't lie, it's getting harder. It's getting harder. It's getting tougher. Every day gets tougher. But that's the way it is. What do I see about that?
Before the illness appeared, Michael J. Fox was almost the perfect image of a Hollywood star. On screen, he ran, jumped, reacted quickly, and spoke with a rapid energy that audiences instantly remembered. His role as Marty McFly in Back to the Future and Alex Keaton in Family Ties turned him into a symbol of speed, wit, and youthful energy. But years later, that image began to change. His steps became slower. Keeping his balance sometimes turned into a challenge. Parkinson's disease quietly followed Fox for more than 3 decades. His wife, Tracy Pollan, along with their children, would later begin revealing the difficult and tragic reality of life after Michael was diagnosed with the devastating disease. The 1991 diagnosis and the early years of struggle. In 1991, when Michael J. Fox was just 29 years old, his career was moving at extraordinary speed. After the massive success of Back to the Future and the television hit Family Ties, Fox had become one of the most recognizable young actors in Hollywood. His schedule was packed with filming, interviews, and new projects, and he was widely seen as a symbol of quick wit, youthful energy, and comedic timing. During this period, Fox began to notice something unusual. One day he saw that the little finger on his left hand was shaking slightly while he was sitting still. At first, he assumed it was nothing serious. His workload was intense, and he believed the tremor was probably caused by stress, exhaustion, or lack of sleep. However, the movement did not go away. Over time, it appeared more frequently, especially when his body was at rest. The persistence of the symptom eventually led him to seek medical advice. After undergoing neurological examinations, doctors delivered news that completely changed the direction of his life. Fox was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. The diagnosis was highly unusual for someone his age. Most patients are diagnosed after the age of 60, but Fox was only 29. Doctors classified his condition as early-onset Parkinson's disease, a rare form that affects a small percentage of patients. Fox later recalled the moment of diagnosis as deeply shocking. The doctors explained that Parkinson's is a progressive condition and that there was no cure. For someone whose life revolved around movement, timing, and physical performance, the news was devastating. At the time, his professional future looked extremely bright. Yet he was suddenly forced to confront the possibility that the disease could eventually take away the abilities his career depended on. The first person Fox told was his wife, Tracy Pollan. The two had married in 1988, and Pollan immediately became the person he relied on most during those uncertain early months. Aside from his immediate family, very few people knew the truth. Fox made a deliberate decision to keep the diagnosis private. For the next 7 years, he lived with 2 realities at the same time. In public, his career continued to grow. In private, he was learning how to manage a disease that was gradually changing his body. During this period, Fox took the lead role in the television series Spin City, where he played the energetic deputy mayor of New York. On screen, audiences saw the same sharp humor and fast-moving performance style that had made him famous. Behind the scenes, however, Fox had already begun developing ways to hide the symptoms. He frequently kept his hands in his pockets to conceal tremors. He adjusted his posture to maintain balance. He carefully timed his medication so that the strongest effects would occur during filming hours. Fox later described the periods when the medication worked best as his good hours, because those were the moments when he could perform almost normally. Even with these adjustments, the effort to hide the disease created constant pressure. Fox worried that someone on set might eventually notice the symptoms. He worried about how the news might affect his career and his family. The emotional weight of keeping the secret slowly built over time. During these years, Fox began drinking more heavily. At first, it was simply a way to relax after long workdays. But over time, it became a way to escape the anxiety and uncertainty surrounding his diagnosis. Fox later acknowledged that he entered a difficult emotional period during this stage of his life. The turning point came in 1998. After years of keeping the condition hidden, Fox decided he could no longer carry the secret alone. He publicly revealed his diagnosis during a television interview with journalist Barbara Walters. Fox later explained that the decision came from realizing that the stress of hiding the disease had become worse than the fear of revealing it. The public reaction was immediate and overwhelmingly supportive, instead of pity. Many people expressed admiration for Fox's honesty and courage. Letters arrived from patients and families around the world who were also living with Parkinson's disease. Many told him that hearing his story helped them feel less isolated. Despite the public support, the disease continued to affect his ability to work. In 2000, Fox stepped away from his lead role in Spin City in order to focus on managing his health. In the years that followed, he continued appearing in guest roles on television shows such as Scrubs and Boston Legal, often portraying characters who were also living with Parkinson's disease. Through these appearances, he helped bring public attention to the condition. By 2020, Fox largely stepped back from regular acting. He explained that memorizing dialogue had become increasingly difficult and that controlling physical movement on set was more challenging as the disease progressed. Although his time as a full-time actor was ending, Fox's public role was entering a new phase. His personal story had transformed him into one of the most visible advocates for Parkinson's research and awareness in the world. Symptoms and health complications over the years. As the years passed, the effects of Parkinson's disease gradually became more visible in the daily life of Michael J. Fox. The symptoms did not appear all at once. Instead, they developed slowly and changed over time, forcing Fox to constantly adapt to new physical challenges. One of the most recognizable symptoms was tremor. What began as a slight shaking in one finger eventually spread to other parts of his body. These tremors often occurred when his muscles were at rest, which meant that even sitting still could trigger visible shaking. Over time, muscle rigidity also became more noticeable. His muscles sometimes felt tight or stiff, making simple movements slower and less predictable. Balance became another serious challenge. Parkinson's affects the body's ability to coordinate movement, and Fox began experiencing frequent falls. These incidents were not rare accidents, but part of the daily risk that many Parkinson's patients face. Maintaining stability while walking or standing required constant attention. Speech and movement also became more difficult. Parkinson's can affect the muscles involved in speaking, causing voices to become softer or slower. For Fox, conversations sometimes required more effort than before. Walking across a room or standing up from a chair could also take longer than it once had. The disease did not only affect physical movement, it also influenced sleep patterns, mood, and memory. Fox has spoken openly about how Parkinson's disrupted his sleep, sometimes waking him during the night. The mental strain of living with a progressive condition also affected emotional balance at times, forcing him to learn new ways to manage stress and frustration. Medication became an essential part of daily life. Like many Parkinson's patients, Fox relied on levodopa, a drug designed to increase dopamine levels in the brain and improve motor control. While the medication helped reduce symptoms, it also introduced a new complication known as dyskinesia. Dyskinesia causes involuntary movements that the patient cannot control. Ironically, the medicine that helped him move more freely could also cause sudden, uncontrolled motions. Managing this balance became one of the most complex parts of Fox's routine. Doctors worked carefully to adjust the dosage so that the medication would provide the most stable, good hours, the periods when his movement felt closest to normal. Too little medication meant severe stiffness and tremors. Too much could trigger dyskinesia, beyond the core symptoms of Parkinson's. Fox also faced several serious health events over the years. One of the most significant occurred when doctors discovered a benign tumor growing on his spinal cord. The tumor required surgery to remove it. Although the operation was successful, it temporarily affected his ability to walk and required a long period of rehabilitation. Falls remained a constant danger. Several of these incidents resulted in broken bones, adding further complications to his recovery process. Each injury required time to heal and increased the physical demands of daily life. Another serious risk for Parkinson's patients is aspiration pneumonia, a condition that can occur when food or liquid accidentally enters the lungs during swallowing. Doctors often describe it as one of the most dangerous complications for people with advanced Parkinson's. Fox has acknowledged that this risk is something doctors monitor closely. Beyond the major medical issues, Parkinson's also changed the smallest routines of everyday life. Activities that once felt automatic became more complicated. Fox has said that playing the guitar, something he once enjoyed, became increasingly difficult as finger control declined. Typing on a keyboard also required more effort. Even simple tasks such as buttoning a shirt or tying shoelaces sometimes demanded extra patience and concentration. Despite these changes, Fox has often described his approach to daily life in practical terms. Instead of focusing on long-term uncertainty, he concentrates on each day as it comes. He once summarized this mindset by saying that living with Parkinson's means waking up each morning and adjusting to the message of the day. On some days, his body cooperates more easily. On other days, it does not. This constant process of adjustment has defined Fox's experience with Parkinson's for more than 3 decades. While the disease has introduced new limitations over time, it has also reshaped the way he approaches everyday life, forcing him to measure progress not by what he has lost, but by how he continues to adapt. Health updates from 2024 to 2026, more than 3 decades after his diagnosis. The public continues to follow the health journey of Michael J. Fox closely. Between 2024 and 2026, Fox remained active in public life, even as the physical effects of Parkinson's disease continued to progress. These years revealed a clear reality. The disease had become more demanding physically, but Fox's determination to speak openly and stay engaged had not disappeared. In 2024, Fox appeared at the annual fundraising gala organized by the Michael J. Fox Foundation. An event known as A Funny Thing happened on the way to cure Parkinson's. The gala has long been one of the largest charity events dedicated to Parkinson's research. During the event, Fox spoke candidly about the risks that had become part of his daily life. He discussed the growing danger of falls, something many advanced Parkinson's patients experience. Losing balance had already caused him several serious injuries in previous years. Fox also spoke openly about aspiration pneumonia, a complication that can occur when food or liquid enters the lungs during swallowing. Doctors often describe this condition as one of the leading causes of death among Parkinson's patients. During the same appearance, Fox shared a reflection that surprised many people. He said he did not necessarily expect to live to the age of 80. His comment was not delivered with fear or sadness, but rather with calm acceptance. Fox explained that he viewed death as a natural conclusion to life rather than something to fear. At the same time, he emphasized that every day still mattered and that living with Parkinson's required a daily decision to keep moving forward. The following year brought new physical challenges. In October 2025, Fox revealed that he had begun using a wheelchair more frequently due to what he described as new physical challenges. These difficulties were connected partly to injuries he had suffered in earlier falls, including multiple broken bones that required time to heal. Despite these changes, Fox continued to speak publicly about his mindset. He explained that life with Parkinson's had taught him to focus on moments of good fortune rather than limitations. Instead of measuring what had been lost, he preferred to recognize the positive moments that still appeared in everyday life. Fox described this attitude simply: accept the good things and hold on to them. In the same year, Fox returned to acting in a limited but meaningful way. He appeared in the Apple TV Plus series Shrinking, portraying a character who also lives with Parkinson's disease. The role was significant because it represented his largest acting appearance in nearly 5 years. For Fox, the project carried a personal message, as it allowed him to show audiences a realistic portrayal of living with the condition. Later in 2025, Fox received one of the highest civilian honors in the United States when he was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom. The recognition highlighted his decades of advocacy, particularly his work through the Michael J. Fox Foundation to accelerate scientific research. During the same period, Fox also voiced support for a major research effort sometimes referred to as the National Parkinson's Project, an initiative aimed at dramatically advancing treatment and ultimately ending the disease. By 2026, Fox continued to appear occasionally at public events, including major industry gatherings such as the Actors Awards. Observers noted that while the physical symptoms of Parkinson's remained visible, Fox appeared engaged and mentally sharp during these appearances. When speaking about the future of Parkinson's research, Fox expressed cautious optimism. He suggested that scientific progress in brain research, genetics, and drug development could potentially transform the understanding of Parkinson's within the next few decades. Fox has said that he believes it is possible the disease could be dramatically reduced or even eliminated within the next 40 years if research continues to accelerate. A central reason for that optimism is the work of the Michael J. Fox Foundation itself. Since its creation in 2000, the organization has grown into the world's largest nonprofit funder of Parkinson's research. By 2026, the foundation had raised more than $5 billion to support scientific studies, clinical trials, and data-sharing initiatives among researchers around the world. Taken together, the period from 2024 to 2026 illustrates the complex reality of Fox's current health. The physical effects of Parkinson's have continued to advance, bringing new limitations and greater medical risk. At the same time, Fox has remained visible, outspoken, and actively involved in the fight against the disease. His public appearances, advocacy work, and occasional returns to acting demonstrate a consistent pattern that has defined his life since the diagnosis in 1991, adapting to change while continuing to contribute. Even as Parkinson's places new demands on his body, Fox continues to use his voice, his story, and his platform to push for a future in which the disease may no longer define the lives of millions of people. The role of family and the reactions of loved ones. Throughout more than 3 decades of living with Parkinson's disease, one constant in the life of Michael J. Fox has been the steady presence of his family behind the public appearances, interviews, and advocacy work. Fox has often said that the most important support system in his life has always been at home. At the center of that support is his wife, Tracy Pollan. The couple married in 1988, 3 years before Fox received his diagnosis. When doctors confirmed the disease in 1991, Pollan was one of the first people he told. Fox has often described that moment as a turning point, not only for himself, but also for their marriage, according to Fox. Pollan's reaction was immediate and steady. He once recalled that she didn't blink when she heard the diagnosis, instead of panic or fear. Her response was simple: they would face the situation together. From that moment forward, Pollan gradually took on a role that Fox sometimes describes as both partner and caregiver. Over the years, she has helped manage the practical realities of living with a progressive illness. That includes adjusting schedules around medical appointments, medications, and periods when Fox's symptoms become more intense. Yet Pollan has often emphasized that their relationship has never been defined only by the disease. In interviews, she has said that the key to maintaining balance between marriage, family life, and health challenges has been a simple mindset: live one day at a time. Pollan has also spoken openly about the emotional side of raising children in a household where a serious illness is always present. She has acknowledged that Parkinson's did not make family life easy, particularly as the children grew older and became more aware of what their father was experiencing. At the same time, she believes the situation shaped their character in unexpected ways. Fox and Pollan have 4 children together. Their eldest son, Sam Michael Fox, was born in 1989, 2 years before Fox's diagnosis. Their twin daughters, Aquina Kathleen Fox and Skylar Frances Fox, were born in 1995, and their youngest daughter, Esme Annabelle Fox, was born in 2001. For the daughters, Parkinson's has been part of their father's life for as long as they can remember. Fox was diagnosed before they were born, which means they grew up with the disease as part of the normal rhythm of family life, rather than seeing it as a sudden tragedy. They learned to understand it gradually while growing up. Pollan has explained that this environment helped shape the children's personalities. She believes they developed a strong sense of empathy and emotional awareness because they watched their father navigate physical challenges every day. The children also became naturally protective of him, often adjusting family activities to match his schedule and physical condition. Over the years, the entire family has also participated in the work of the Michael J. Fox Foundation. They regularly attend fundraising events, including the annual gala that supports Parkinson's research. At these gatherings, the children often stand beside their parents, reinforcing the sense that the fight against Parkinson's has become a shared family mission. Practical adjustments are also part of daily life. Family activities are sometimes planned around Fox's medication schedule. Since certain hours of the day provide better mobility and energy, these small details illustrate how the family has adapted their routines over time. Fox has often described the importance of this support system in very direct terms. In interviews, he has said that his family represents his superpower, while medical treatment helps manage the physical symptoms of Parkinson's. The emotional stability provided by his wife and children has helped him continue moving forward. Pollan echoed this perspective during a public appearance in 2025, when the family appeared together at a major fundraising gala. She said that despite the challenges the disease introduced into their lives, the experience had also strengthened the family's bond, according to her. The children have always been there for their father, and that consistent presence has become one of the most powerful sources of strength in Fox's long fight against Parkinson's.